It is Friday, November 26, 2021. I exited the room where I was speaking on the pop culture and the home culture reference. And I exited to go to the kitchen where Benjamin is sitting alone with his two grandparents, my mom and my dad. And all of a sudden, it comes up about guns. And I'm like, now this is odd. So Tiafrio, 1975, got in his head one day. He I needed to buy a gun so we could protect ourselves. I needed to buy a gun, and I'm like, why would I want a gun? It's not like I have any plans of shooting a gun. I don't want to, I really don't want it in the house. He's like, no, no, trust me, you really need, and he was like really so anxiety ridden. I was like, all right, fine. So we went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and apparently this is where you can get some form of firearm. I had no training. I never even, it went in a box, it went with a lock, it went in the closet, and it never moved. It had a special lock on it. But it was a long barrel, whatever, rifle maybe. Again, I'm not an aficionado in this, whatever. So, and Ben confirms he only ever saw a long box, never opened. I said, thank you. Because for some reason, my mother is sitting in the chair, insisting I had a handgun. I'm like, Linda, I wouldn't know what to do with a handgun. I was like, and she went on and she was so righteous in saying I had a handgun. I said, I've never held a handgun. I said, let me tell you something, Linda. I was like, just you saying this with such affirmation, as if it happened, puts me in such a dangerous, vulnerable position. I was like, it is horrid. I was like, Jason had handguns too, a Beretta and a Luger that I'm aware of. I was like, wait, but he's a police officer allowed to carry a handgun. I was like, for myself, never had one, never wanted one, never looked into one, don't even know how they work. I was like, so I don't understand, Lynn, where you're getting this handgun thing. And she's like, well, we're not even, she's like, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, nobody's saying that. I was like, I'm just saying that your memory's not working quite right, and you could get me in a lot of trouble, and you're wrong. I was like, did you ever see a small box? She's like, no, I know. She's like, maybe it was a BB gun, but it looked like a handgun. I was like, I didn't even have one of those. I was like, but if Tia Frio had one of those, that's a whole nother story. I was like, I have no idea. I wasn't there when it was purchased. I didn't use it. I've never seen it. I've never touched it. I was like, what I have done is I did buy on Dick's Sporting Goods with my license. I had to register it with the state. And then the police came and I handed them the box and I said, please take it and put it in your custody because I would prefer you to destroy it or do whatever it is that you do with it because I have no intentions of using it ever. And that was it. So I bought it so my constitutional rights were protected, that I could buy a gun. And then I gave it to the police because I really, with whatever's going on between Lulin, Jason, and Tiafrio, it is a crazy world in the state of New York and within the Long Island, Queens area. So, so that happened. But just her conviction of being so righteously wrong about a handgun really concerns me because that puts me in a vulnerable position and she's like receiving a signal of a memory that never happened. If there was some BB gun, handgun looking something, it wasn't from me. I would never have shown it to her. I mean, like, again, this is not my lifestyle, but this is the exposure that's been happening around here to tell the story all wrong. And I don't know if it's purposeful and vengeful or if it's underhanded and seedy, but it could put me in a really dangerous position and I didn't do anything. So I'm just making a note for my own protection from the craziness that has ensued around me from, I don't know, like incorrect memories and people misstating what they think are facts but are not. There's no verifiable facts. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.